Ghana for Mamuina Akwaba Ediba and Kasa TV. Time now the former President John Dramani, sorry, the former president, the late President J.E.A. Mills and Nkaya Dano, something very interesting went on. Ghana for Sofu Yanka, NDC for a twashan so abrono, Ekuna, and Yasamita concerning a mistake bia or Kaya. Ghana for I say, Obakasan, he was a little bit confused. Bisa, as more Kaya say, that's a time now, former President John Dramani Mahama and Eba. No, cousins, let us welcome the presidential candidate for the new patriotic party, Dr. Ahaj Mahmoud Bawumia. That was what this man said instead of saying the opposite thing. Now, yes, psychologists be at the Musama Tuja. So much mostly or something a mistake. It happens in the brain most of the time, especially like the things you are prone to say. And I say, mostly so do public. That is the same thing you say. To which me say, I have papa no fault, so make his statement because most of your cousins say, let us welcome the incoming president of Dr. Ahaj Bawumia Wakasa. So it is in his mind subconsciously. To do program Nasina or during year what he was about to say and Okani in a very opposite way. Like a day asem Eya Breno. Ghana for Yansem Benekutisa and Semuchu Mumbra. Medamuina.
2 days ago, Professor Mills's 12th anniversary of his death occurred, and of course, all of us remember the 24th of July 2012. We're going about our business. It was a Tuesday. We're going about our business until we told that Professor Mills had unfortunately passed at the 37 military hospital. Since then, there's been controversy, especially after 2016, about the Mills situation. Now, this pastor, there's a story. There's a reverend minister, okay, a pastor, who was officiating the service at the Asumje Park yesterday. Now, I don't know how unlucky this guy was. Because when he got to do the announcement of announcing the arrival of President John Dramani Mahama, he was quite unfortunate. He ended up saying, you know, the people were confusing him a little bit. And he himself said that, you people are confusing me. I'll show you the video. If you think I'm exaggerating, you hold on until you see the video. He said, you people are confusing me, you know, after they had committed the faux pas. What was the faux pas? He said, former President John Dramani Mahama, the presidential candidate of the new patriotic party. The people nearly killed him. Then they said, oh, people are confusing me, because when he was speaking, when he said former president, somebody in the background, and you hear it in the video, shouted incoming. This is the term that NDC people use. They call each other incoming minister, incoming deputy minister, incoming vice president, incoming the chairman of some board, incoming. That's the conversation, which is okay, which is fair. So it can boost morale towards elections. It's fair. So this incoming thing is a word that is used frequently amongst them. So when the guy was talking and he said President Mahama, somebody in the background shouted incoming. It is the incoming that confused him. So then he said the presidential candidate of the new patriotic party, and then one woman actually left the audience, purposely to go and sort of put the pastor in his right place. And then the security agent took him away. So when I saw the video, people were sharing it on these old school platforms and all over the place. So I called my psychologist friend and I said that what will make somebody do that? And then he explained to me, he said, I'm telling you, don't go and sit on TV and mention my name. I said, no, I'll mention your name. You just explain to me. So he said, when it suggests that the pastor has been...
Not just only that, he mentioned Dr. Bawumia as the incoming president in the rally, or what I call it, in this conference, in this show that NDC and John Dramani Mahama was there. It was actually John Dramani Mahama that was coming in. Now, he also called him John Bawumia. Please listen very well.
Hearing a lot of presidential candidates of the new patriotic party. When he hears the word presidential candidate, what normally follows is the new patriotic party. That's what he's been hearing. And so it is the repetition, the propensity of what you've been hearing, that you are more likely to slip when you're talking publicly. And then I started thinking about it. I said, it is true. You know that towards this campaign, we refer to President Mahama as President Mahama, John Dramani Mahama, President Mahama, John Dramani Mahama. Bawumia is the one they say, the vice president, who is also the presidential candidate of the new patriotic party. The vice presidential candidate of the new patriotic party is said more often than saying the presidential candidate of the National Democratic Congress, President John Dramani Mahama. You see, even as I'm saying it, is new to you. The presidential candidate of the National Democratic Congress. We just say John Mahama or President Mahama. But with Dr. Bawumia, they say the vice president, who is also the presidential candidate of the New Patriotic Party. So they say the presidential candidate of the New Patriotic Party, Dr. Bawumia, has said so and so. So when he said flag bearer, his mind went to New Patriotic Party, and then the guy, I don't know whether he has been forgiven. I am not sure whether he has been forgiven. Please, if you know any of our NDC friends, I've already told those I know that the guy just slept. They say no, he didn't sleep. Yeah, how can you see your mama sitting there, right there? You spoken to him before you shook hands with him before you are going to introduce it. Then you say New Patriotic Party. See the video. Have a look at it.
His Excellency John Mahama, who is in our midst, the flag bearer of the New Patriotic. I think they are protectors. You don't confuse me.
He said, don't confuse me. He said, John Dramani Mahama, presidential candidate of the new... They say, did you hear that? They say, if you say that again, you will, how can he be presidential candidate of the... We should have let the man finish. And the man will say, oh, I'm sorry, Mr. President. The presidential candidate of the National Democratic Congress. Then we go on nicely. But you know, when the political temperature is getting charged in the end of July of election year, these things can happen. What the video last one?
The thing is, the pastor who officiated the Prophet News stressed and last week made a mistake. Hopefully, that doesn't really cost him anything. He should have said sorry. But I think the way he was rushed made everything like he was just so totally confused.
And pray for the pastor. What's the video?
His Excellency John Mahama, who is in our midst, the flag bearer of the New Patriotic. I think they are protectors. You don't confuse me.
See the video. Have a look at it.
His Excellency John Mahama, who is in our midst, the flag bearer of the New Patriotic. I think they are protectors. You don't confuse me.
He said, don't confuse me. He said, John Dramani Mahama, presidential candidate of the new... They say, did you hear that? They say, if you say that again, you will, how can he be presidential candidate of the... We should have let the man finish. And
the mistake was actually very, very clear. Like, why Mahamadu? He would have just